my sister-in-law is effortlessly cool. I've always thought it was because she works in fashion, so of course she has a great dress sense. She has this huge smile that draws people in. She listens to cool music, she's got so many friends, and they go to all the nice clubs, restaurants and bars. The more time I spend with her, the more I realise that I got what makes her cool completely wrong. Anyone can wear clothes that are on trend or go to places that are Instagram worthy. Anyone can go on epic holidays, buy cool stuff and post updates on their social media. Anyone can seem cool. Seeming cool is actually pretty easy. But being cool is a whole different ballgame. I'm too cheesy to be considered cool. I'm probably average at best, but I do know a lot of cool people and I've been observing them in a completely non-stalkerish way.
Hello. You?
And here are the 11 things that make them cool. When we think about living our best lives, most of us will think about the big moments, the big milestones, the big memories, the things you have to wait for. And whilst these things are epic, I think there's a difference between cool things and cool people. A cool person might do cool things, but they don't wait there for the cool things to come along. They're present in the moment, making the most of every day. They're the ones who stand in a long queue and instead of complaining about it, they're going to be cracking jokes or starting a conversation with someone. They have a huge smile on their face when they see a dog walk by. They pull you into a store when they see something interesting from the outside. They enjoy their morning cup of coffee just as much as they enjoyed that fancy meal out. They dance wherever they are for no reason other than their favourite song came on. They bring energy, and not necessarily big extroverted energy, but whatever their energy is to every situation. And this is why cool people are always cool. Otherwise, they would only be cool when they did the conventionally cool things. I think it's cool to celebrate our wins. I think it's cool to create memories, and overall, I think sharing is cool. But I think cool people don't do it for validation. They do things because they're genuinely interested in them, not because they think, oh my god, this will make me look so cool when I post about it on Instagram. And that's why sometimes they might not even share it. They might do many cool things and you wouldn't even know about it because they don't feel the need to announce it. Being free-spirited isn't about being young, wild and free in the typical sense. It's about living according to your own rules and values. Cool people don't let themselves get tied down by societal norms. They don't try to fit in. They don't feel the need to be doing what everyone else is doing. They're authentic and unapologetically themselves. And this applies to both introverts and extroverts. I think a lot of us think that it's easier to be free-spirited if you're an extrovert.
I don't really go out.
He's not social.
But there are so many cool introverts out there, and that's because they fully embrace who they are without feeling like they need to change for society. I remember seeing a 70-year-old woman on YouTube starting her life over and moving to France, and I thought it was so cool that she was just doing what she wanted. So age is also not an excuse to not be cool. A lot of us are motivated by what other people think, even if it is unknowingly. But cool people are motivated by themselves. They do the things that they want to do, and the only person they're trying to prove anything to is themselves. That's why they stay humble. That's why they ask for advice when they need help. And that's why they don't feel the need to prove themselves right all the time. They respect everyone's opinion and they don't feel the need to force their own opinion onto others. You might hate me for saying this, but I feel like we're all nice when we have to be. If you're applying for a new job, you're going to hold that door open for your new potential boss. If you want to make friends, you're going to show an interest in the people that you meet. But with cool people, they give that expectation. They're not trying to get you to like them or to get a favour in return. They're the ones who tell a stranger they dropped the £10 note instead of pocketing it themselves. They're the ones who tell you that you've got lipstick on your teeth. They're the ones who say bless you to the random stranger who sneezed with a smile rather than getting grossed out by it. They're the ones who give up their seats on the train. A lot of us are just naturally inclined to think, I want this so I can then do or have this. But I think the cooler way to think is, I want more so that I can give more. I think sometimes society paints cool people as being part of this really exclusive group where they don't involve themselves with anyone below them unless they want something.
Doing the prom queen's homework so she'll like us.
I know. It's finally working.
But really cool people don't think they're better than anyone else. In fact, to them, no one is better than anyone. If they met a celebrity tomorrow, they wouldn't be all over them. And that's why cool people make us feel good. When you're with them, you feel seen and you feel understood. When I think of everyone I find cool, they're people who don't really talk about their career that much. They don't use it as a default conversation starter. They don't feel the need to prove how special they are to you just by what they do to earn a living. And equally, they're not fazed by what you do either. Cool people don't care about what other people do. They care more about who people are. Human relationships are often dominated by comparisons and competition, even from when we were really young. We think about succeeding in terms of someone else losing, but I think cool people think in a win-win way. They don't need to be the only ones who are successful to feel good, and they're genuinely happy for other people when something good happens to them. I think cool people live outside of their comfort zone, exploring new interests and passions and who they are. And that's why we all have different ideas of what a cool person is. For some, it's a leather-coated motorcyclist on an open road. For others, it's the lead singer of a rock band. For someone else, it's somebody who reads all of the classic books. Our idea of cool reflects the interests that we want to follow, the things that we're too afraid to try ourselves. But cool people go ahead and do it. The cool people that I know don't just see something that sucks and point it out, they try to make it better. They don't feel entitled to a great life just because they were born. They know it's their life, so they're not waiting around for somebody else to create it. They go out and do it themselves. I took 2 months off from YouTube. That's not a big deal, but I made it a big deal. It was a decision that I really stressed over, and even during my break, at the back of my mind, there was this little niggle saying, you need to go post a video. And this is precisely the reason why I am not cool. I can be really uptight and I get stressed over things I don't really need to be stressing about. And when people tell me to chill, that's when I get more hot-headed. The cool people I know don't do that. They're a lot more go with the flow and they quite literally stay cool. Being cool is about not sweating the small stuff and not trying to control everything. A lot of us are probably cooler than we give ourselves credit for, but as per usual, society has made us feel otherwise. It's not about what you wear, where you go, or how many friends you have. It's about who you are. And if you've watched this video and you're reflecting on all of these things, then I would say you are pretty cool.